and keep going. That's what we need to do.
Another week again, it's not guaranteed. Keep punching him in the face. DeMarcus. Don't get satisfied. Let's go.
The AT&T Stadium crowd is making a lot of noise.
Right now, make him.
I hope for the same thing.
It is as spectacular of this place.
Come on, take the ball away, bitch. Let's go now.
Cowboys on 3. Make it loud. 1, 2, 3. Cowboys.
Welcome in to Cowboys Flashback after a 31-21 Cowboys victory over the Redskins. I'm Dani Sureck. The Cowboys offense has been on a roll their first 2 games, scoring 9 touchdowns. For reference, it took until week 6 in 2018 to score the 9th touchdown. 7 of those touchdowns were passing touchdowns by quarterback Dak Prescott, the most by a Cowboys quarterback in the first 2 games since 1966. Prescott's arm has been good, and so have his legs. Prescott rushed for 69 yards against Washington, including a 42-yard run. Prescott spoke to the media after the game on his decision to run on that play.
Yeah, I mean, defensive end crashed hard. That's my read, just to pull the ball, and great block from Cobb there, and just allowed me to get going. And at that point, yeah, I was just getting as much as I could.
Did you slow down to let Gallup try to get a guy for you?
Yeah, I mean, that was a little caught in between of indecisiveness right there. I wanted to let Gallup obviously get in front of me and block Norman, but then again, I feel like I was going to have to slow down too much. I'm not the fastest, so I didn't know what was behind me or what was coming up behind me. And at that point, yeah, I just was going for the stiff arm.
You said you would have scored if you just kept running.
Yeah, I love my teammates. You know, they have all the belief in me. I don't know if my speed does. I don't know if I do or not. So at that point, I was going for the stiff arm, hoping that I could stiff arm him at the same time. Gallup pushed him, and, you know, it looked that much better. But it didn't work out. It was a big play, great play for the offense.
You had a 5-minute scoring drive without Zeke. It was all Pollard and Jarwin and Cobb. What was that like, and what was the confidence like on that drive?
I mean, that's credit the whole training camp and all the time that I've talked about of not having Zeke and how that was going to help this offense, honestly. Nobody blinks. Nobody worries about anything. We've got a lot of guys that can come in and make plays. I mean, as you just said it, Jarwin, Pollard, Devin, Cedric, guys that are coming in and taking advantage of this opportunity and wanting their opportunity and making the most of it. When you have that spirit, when you have that attitude from those guys coming in, nothing slows down. You don't blink because, hey, this guy's not in. You continue to run the offense and just do your individual job and allow the offense to come together.
You had 9 touchdowns, I think, to this point. You didn't do that until the second quarter of week 6 last year. Does that just reinforce the changes you've made in the offseason and different things you're doing or working?
Yeah, I mean, last year was a long time ago. There was things there. I remember we had problems, communication on the road, different things and different aspects that hindered that. But we're focused on the things that we can do better, and we're going to continue to grow in that standpoint. You would say whatever touchdowns you'd say, I bet if you ask all those guys in that or on this team, on this offense, they say it's not enough. So just a hungry bunch of guys, great athletes that all care for one another, that are coming in, enjoying this time each and every day that we're putting into this offense or we're putting into this team, and it's just going to pay off.
Prescott says wide receiver Devin Smith has been a big help to the Cowboys offense with his speed and ability to do it all. More on why Prescott says Smith is an inspiration to athletes everywhere. Next.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, is brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing. Rico's products make every game a home game with Rico's. Cigna, together all the way. And by Reliant, an NRG company. This segment is brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing.
Prescott under center, 2nd down 6. With a play fake to Elliott. He's got a lot of time deep to the middle. He's got a man to the middle of the field. It's caught, and it's in for the touchdown to Devin Smith. How about that? Devin Smith, you're all the way back.
Welcome back to Cowboys Flashback. I'm joined now by Mickey Spagnola. Wide receiver Devin Smith caught a 51-yard touchdown pass in Sunday's game, his first touchdown in 4 years. Before being signed to the Cowboys this offseason, he was previously with the New York Jets. He was drafted in 2015, however, later that season suffered an ACL injury, missing the rest of the season. He spent most of 2016 recovering, playing only 4 games. In 2017, he suffered another ACL injury to the same knee and was waived in 2018. Mickey, from what we have seen so far with Smith as a Cowboy, what does he bring to this team?
He brings speed, and that was one thing the Cowboys were looking for in the offseason when they signed him as a futures free agent. They knew he had speed at Ohio State. That was the reason he was drafted in the second round by the Jets. Unfortunately, the knee injuries hit, and he didn't get a chance to play football for nearly 2 years. Cowboys took a chance at him, and you saw in this game when they needed to go to a fourth receiver with Tavon Austin out, Devin Smith hit him with that 51-yard post pattern from Dak Prescott. And not only did he do that, he also caught a couple slant passes, so he's a multi-purpose receiver. He's not just a one-dimensional receiver. Caught 3 passes in the game with 3 targets.
The Cowboys know that their top 2 receivers are Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup. What impact do you foresee Smith having in the long run through this season?
Well, you can't have enough receivers, and you need 4 or 5 to get through a season, as shown last week when Tavon Austin was out with the concussion. So he's the backup receiver on the outside in that game against the Redskins, and he'll continue to play that role. And when you make plays like that, you get more chances, you get more opportunities, and I'll guarantee you they'll figure out some spots to put him in the game, and defenses can't fall asleep on them and think, oh, they got the 4th receiver in, we don't need to worry about that. Well, you better worry about Devin Smith.
Brad Sham and Babe Laufenberg caught up with Devin Smith after Sunday's game.
Thank you. There are a lot of great stories on this Cowboys team, and here's one of what I think is the absolute best. Devin Smith, a very high pick by the New York Jets in 2015, overcame 2 terrible knee injuries, and I don't remember if it was the touchdown or I think it was the touchdown where I said, Devin Smith, you're all the way back. Do you feel all the way back?
Yeah, man, it feels great. Just everything that I've been through, and to be able to have this moment, especially with my teammates, man, it means a lot.
As Brad said, high second-round pick of the Jets, a couple of knee injuries, out of football last year. How special was that to come back today? You didn't just beat anybody at corner. You beat Josh Norman for the post and the touchdown.
It was very special. I think the most fun part about it was just how all my teammates embraced me after I came to the sideline, and they all were telling me that I deserve it, and just things of that magnitude. And so to hear your teammates, say stuff like that, it means a lot, especially with everything I've been through.
But I mean, it's not your first rodeo. You've had that before. Why is this so special?
I mean, obviously just because of the injuries and stuff, and it was moments, when I was going through that injury where I thought that, football was going to be done for me. And so when I got the opportunity to come here and be a part of this team, I just tried to take advantage of every opportunity that I was given.
And Devin, the post that you caught for a touchdown, you knew you had beaten Norman at one point. You don't know the ball's coming to you, and then the ball's in the air a long time. People don't understand.
Yeah.
You got a lot of time to think about that. So
absolutely.
Walk me through when you know you had him beat, and then you see the ball coming out of Dak's hand.
Just coming off the line, he gave me a clear path to just run, and so that was just the whole mission was to just run and just get past him, and so I was able to do that, and Dak looked back and then threw the ball, put it on the money.
Well, it looks like you got some depth in the wide receiver room right now. What's it like in that room with so many talented guys, and everybody can't play and catch all at once?
Yeah, we have talent just throughout that room, so whoever's out there is going to make a play, and just like Amari said last week, everybody on this receiver squad can make a play at any moment, and so it's scary for defenses.
And how much does this do for your confidence? I know with the injuries and sitting out last year, you got to have some doubt in your mind.
Well, I think the doubt was gone after I got a chance to be a part of this team, and I didn't really think about anything negative. I was just trying to just stay positive every single day, and just worry about the task at hand, and that was just to get better.
All right, everybody is excited to see you doing what you can do, and we're happy for you. It's a great story. Thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Devin.
That 51-yard touchdown catch, by the way, Danny, was his first catch in the NFL since 2016. So it was a long road back, but it's a great story, and that's why Dak said what he did about him.
Yeah, said he was an inspiration. Don't go anywhere, because up next we'll hear from another touchdown-scoring Cowboy.
This segment was brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing.
Third down, goal at the 2. Prescott in the gun, trips to the left, inside handoff, Elliott plowing, goal line, touchdown! There you go, Zeke.
Running back Ezekiel Elliott has rushed for a touchdown in the first 2 games of the season, both touchdowns in the red zone. Elliott has been back with the team for about 2 weeks after training on his own in Cabo throughout training camp and the preseason during his contract holdout. Elliott says after the first 2 games of the season, he feels like he's starting to find his groove again.
I think I did. I think slowly and surely, I'm getting back in my rhythm and, knocking that rust off. But I feel good about the game. I feel good about where I'm at right now, and I feel good about everything going forward.
You talked about being ready to carry the ball more. How did it feel to touch it 23 times?
It felt good. It's normal. That's my normal workload. I'm used to that. Dax, his head is always in the game. No matter what's going on, he's always on to the next play and seeing what he could do to be better on the next play. And you saw it there, throwing that big bomb to get us on the board.
Can you describe your mindset on your touchdown, just to have wanting to cap that drive, obviously, to get you guys up and pretty much finish the game off?
We were right there. Just get in there. Put your head down, get in there, get behind the big fellas.
Devin Smith has been through a lot, 2 ACL tears, and yet he had a big game today. This touchdown was his first in a few years. What's it like to see him overcome what he's overcome and do what he's doing for you guys?
It's great seeing Devin do very well, especially with us. He's a guy I've known since college, so we played together at Ohio State, won a national championship together, and he was he was a phenomenal player in college, and just his years in the league, he's been dealing with a lot of injuries. So to see him to be out there healthy and making big plays like the ones he made today, those 2 catches he had were 2 of the most important plays of the day, and he went out there, and when his number was called, he did what he had to do.
Given that you were teammates with him and you understand who he was before the injuries, what sort of personal satisfaction do you have, just happiness for him to see him now doing what he is?
It's always good to see your Buckeye brothers doing well, and I told everyone he was a special player when we ended up picking him up in the offseason, and he proved that he belonged here, and today, he made some big plays.
Zeke, what was it like to see so much Cowboys fan support at FedEx Field?
It's always great. Cowboys fans always travel really well. We have the best fans in sports, and it means a lot to have them here full force on a road game. Kind of felt like a home game.
Elliott was not the only one pleased with the team's performance on Sunday. Up next, we'll hear from Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones and his thoughts on Sunday's game. Welcome back to Cowboys Flashback. In the first 2 games of the season, the Cowboys' opponent has scored first. However, the Cowboys have found a way to come out victorious. Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones spoke to the media after Sunday's game about how pleased he has been with this team's consistency and the high praises he has for quarterback Dak Prescott.
Tickled to death with the way that our team has, for 2 games in a row, kind of been stymied a little bit to start the game and then turn around and really get in a groove and really be the team that everybody would hope it could be, show the offensive consistency, and I really thought our defense had a better day today as well. So really proud of this group.
What impressed you most? Got five possessions in a row to score. Last week it was all touchdowns. This week it was 4 touchdowns in the field.
Well, I know this. I'd like for our end the game strategy would not make our quarterback have to run with the ball and potentially risk the kind of injury he did on that last play when he got hit. we need to go back and look at how to end the game when you got it pretty much put away without having your quarterback get at risk. But anyway, we certainly you're seeing the balance. I was pleased for 15 today. He does that. His main skill is he tracks the ball. And you saw him make about as pretty a ball, tracking the ball, not deep throw from Prescott as you'll see. He really let Prescott lead him into that catch. So bottom line is we're having a lot of guys show up, we're having a lot of receivers show up, getting some great work done in our fronts. And so I wouldn't take back these first two at this particular point in any parts of them.
Jerry, what more does Dak have to prove?
What?
What more do you believe Dak has to prove?
Well, I hope that he's got years and years and years of potential improvement, and I think that that's fair to think that he could do that because I've seen the measure of improvement that he's done up until now, and I would hope that he would make a lot of improvement. I would say that we all need to go further in the playoffs. Everybody. And so we all got to do that, and I don't just put that on Dak's shoulder, but we all want to turn what we've worked hard to do, worked whatever level that we're attaining as far as execution. We'd like to take that now and as a team take it on in here and really get a real foundation as this season goes along. But you know that you can have a real bad dream the next game you play in this NFL. So he'll get a chance to test several aspects of his game as we go along. It's I don't think, and I don't think you were implying that it's easy sailing from here on out. He's just going to step out here and for the next 10 or 15 years just take us to take us to our goals.
Don't go anywhere, because up next we'll hear from head coach Jason Garrett and his thought after Sunday's game. The Cowboys defense held the Redskins to just 47 rushing yards. They held the 4-time first-team All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowler running back Adrian Peterson to just 25. Head coach Jason Garrett says despite the few plays he wishes the defense could have back, he was pleased with how the defense performed in Sunday's win.
Yeah, and again, we kept the score down for the most part. You know, our defense did a good job for the most part in this game. Whenever you control a running attack like that and a running back like that, as well as we did over the course of the game, that's good defensive football. But again, we're always going against a very high standard and wanting to play our optimum. And there were some plays early on in the game that we'd like to have back, but hopefully you learn from them and you keep moving on. I liked how our team was tough. Mentally, when you're on the road against a division opponent and things aren't going great early, you just keep playing. And I thought our guys did that, and eventually the momentum swung. We played the game the way we wanted to play it.
You had a long field goal drive. We got the lead from 7-10, and it was all Pollard the whole drive. Is that something by design? You're just going to give him a possession no matter how long it lasts, as long as it's...
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that we mixed him into the ball game. You know, Zeke was going to play more. He played a lot of snaps in this game. We gave him the ball a lot. That was by design, but we also wanted to make sure Pollard played. And he's done a good job for us. He's worthy of that opportunity. And we felt like on a day like this that Zeke needed a little break here and there. And to put a guy like that in there that we have confidence in is big for our team.
Was this the script you guys had after the start, where you're able to get a lead and then Zeke gets the ball in the fourth quarter and you're able to run it out? Is that kind of the MO you guys?
Yeah, we want to be a balanced attack offensively. We want to be able to attack by running the football and by throwing it, and attack different ways in each. So, whenever you can control the line of scrimmage like we have, and hopefully score some points early on, now's the time to end the game with the running game. And it was interesting that the first play of the game was actually the same as the play that we ran the last play of the game. We ran it from a different look, but it's an old school football play. It's lead week, and to be able to control the line of scrimmage and hand it to our running back in a play like that, that's important. And that's how we built this team, and I thought that showed up today.
Division game, rivalry game, but if you look out in the stands, here you are on the road, a lot of blue shirts. I mean, can you talk
about the boost that you get, especially coming into a rival stadium like that?
Yeah, we have a great fan base. We're so appreciative of our fans that we have in Dallas, all throughout Texas, and really all across the country. And, we take great pride in playing as well as we can play, preparing the right way and playing the right way, because we have such great support everywhere we go.
You've always wanted to be a very democratic offense, and a lot of people get shot. Just another example of everyone kind of capitalizing today when the ball came their way.
Yeah, again, attack different ways. Everybody's viable. Everybody's alive. It starts with the guys protecting up front and then the quarterback making great decisions. But, you want to be able to feature certain guys in your offense, but you also want to be able to say, hey, I'll throw it to this guy. If he's open, let's give him a chance. And I thought that showed up this week. That showed up last week. And when you're doing that, you became a really difficult offense to stop.
The Dallas Cowboys will shift their focus to their next opponent, the Miami Dolphins. You can stay up to date on all Dallas Cowboys news on DallasCowboys.com. Until next time, I'm Dani Sureck.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, was brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing. Academy, the official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys. Reliant, an NRG company. And by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full access to coaches' film and game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl. Subscribe at DallasCowboys.com/Game Pass.